Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Shieldwall here on Not Your Professional Walkthrough channel with me, your host Max. Okay, so a couple of episodes back, I have struggled with some of the battle scenarios which are part of the Caesar's campaign, and I have decided that maybe it would be a fun idea to try and come back and see if we can actually revisit these scenarios, and I will try to achieve victory. And on this one, I'm gonna try to go for the Battle of Dyrrachium, which is one of the most challenging scenarios you will come across in this game, period. So if you don't know what the scenario is, you have two enemies and one of them has two catapults which are constantly bombarding your position specifically. So let's get into the scenario and see if we can finally defeat it, because this is my attempt number 18 on trying to record this and I'm running out of time and memory on my computer. I'm gonna need another hard disk or something, or hard drive should I say. Okay, so the battle starts off pretty simply. You are at the beach, you need to hire a couple of units, and you do not have money to get the standard immediately. You should focus on a couple of researches or upgrades immediately from the start, such as standard, gatecrasher, and hero respawn time. You're gonna soon find out why. And of course, try to get legionnaires as fast as possible as well. So once we are joined by our small group of units, we are gonna see that the catapults are not wasting any goddamn time, and they have already killed one of our guys. That's awesome. This is why you also need to upgrade into militia or legionnaires, because legionnaires can withstand 2 shots from the catapult. And I need to be wary of where the hell does blue go, because if they're gonna decide to come over here, we are really screwed. So always keeping an eye out onto the sky to make sure that we keep dodging the projectiles. And I dare anyone to count the number of times I'm gonna say the word projectiles on this episode, because I swear to God, it's gonna be a lot. You're gonna get like a special shout out or something. I don't know. We have to come up with some sort of reward. So trying to contest this with a small group is obviously gonna be a problem, but we cannot have too much of a force with us just due to the simple fact that the catapults are gonna take us apart. Now, on top of it, when you take a look at the map, because I just looked over it briefly, that you see where blue is gonna move, and chances are he's gonna go after A, then he's gonna go after B. This is Pompey, and he has those 2 catapults. You can see them with this sort of sign on the map. Pompey is gonna go only to these 3 spots, and he's gonna always return, and he will never go from F to D to C and then back. He's gonna go to F, return, to D, return, to C, return. Blue, on the other hand, is gonna be roaming around and making the life a living hell for me, because of course we need to watch out for him, as he will have an army at full force, always trying to battle with us, and without having units like as the Praetorian who carries your sign so that you can be gathering experience and leveling up your squad. So yeah, you are able to do that without him. So trying to have some sort of small mobile unit which is allowing you to capture these flags rather fast is gonna be crucial to your survival and to your success. So we still aren't able to do this, and blue is right behind us, which means he's gonna go after E, and then most likely after the D point or wherever we are gonna get. So trying to get ahead of this whole damn shebang, we're gonna see that there's gonna be quite the problem trying to defend ourselves at this location, because it's impossible for us to anticipate where the projectiles are gonna be aimed at. So we're gonna have to try to keep squirming around and try to keep avoiding these shots at all costs. We're gonna get this thing so that we get our sign bearer, and so that we can start getting that sweet EXP. The worst place ever is trying to get over to the C point because you really don't see where those damn projectiles are aimed at, and as you can see, they have like a pinpoint accuracy right on top of you. So blue has right now most flags, purple has still the point advantage, and we are really falling behind. So once purple leaves that point, we are going to try and contest this. But we should try to put some sort of distance in between us and blue, so this is gonna be a bit tricky. We're gonna try to go back at the beach, try to recontest the A point, the B point. The key right now is to try and gain as much gold and try to get as much research as possible without being completely annihilated by the catapults or by constant harassment by blue, who is like chasing after us in a really strange way. So we're gonna go and return to our place of origin. We need to have at least multiple flags at the same time, because you can see right now we are generating like 1 gold per second, and it's extremely slow and inefficient. So we need to make sure that that is different. And while blue might be trying to contest potentially the catapult, not the catapult, we have some time to try and contest some of these points, which is then of course if blue gets completely annihilated at the gates of Pompey or the purple player, we will have some time to recontest these flags. Now, I'm not still sure if it's better for you to try and eradicate blue at the start. It's actually doable. It can be done if you manage to keep running into blue and you, for example, keep on defending this spot and you install some defenders up on the walls. It's possible, but you have to situate your units so that they are like behind these palisades and they cannot be hit. And I don't think it's like a viable strategy, just due to the simple fact that the catapults are going to be constantly harassing you. So if I try to do just what I said, I'm gonna put down you over here. We're gonna get those guards in so that we are trying to slow them down. You can still feel the vibration from the ground shaking as we are being constantly barraged by the projectiles from the catapults. Trying to do the job here, trying to achieve the victory, trying to hold out and win against blue. You can feel that that projectile almost landed on top of me. We have really few units left, which is most unfortunate. And blue is raising their forces back over there. So, we're gonna put down 4 guards. We're gonna try to dodge that shot. I don't know right now where blue is at because there was some battle happening. Now we have control over at least a portion of the map. Now we can even run against blue down here. The most unfortunate thing which can happen to you is if you run to a flag and you see that blue gets annihilated somewhere, or you don't even know that he got annihilated against purple, which is even worse. It looks like right now they are going to try and contest the G point, which is where the catapults are at. So if we would go and try to contest the F flag and they get killed by the gate, what can happen is that suddenly the enemy units, the entire enemy squadron, is gonna respawn on top of you, and you just get completely annihilated because you do not possess the necessary units in order to deal with this. So it looks like purple is trying to contest the C point. We're gonna go after the D point. God, I hate this point. And the C point too, because moving there from the D is almost impossible. So this is actually allowing us to get those couple of researches which we will require. Hopefully we will not get completely annihilated here. We're gonna go and press on to the C point. And it's important for you to keep Pompey trying to get out from within the city limits, because if he's just camping inside, it's really difficult for you to try and make some sort of difference. And the worst thing just happened. It looks like Blue has just contested the G point, because it looks like Pompey's forces were outside. And there's not gonna be any goddamn change to the game. So what's gonna happen now is that the catapults are just gonna keep on shooting at you still without any major change. We should try to utilize this moment and try to actually muster as many units and try to get into the G point and try to gain control. If we are able to gain control, and if we are going to be able to hold on to those catapults, we are golden. If we are not going to be able to do that, we are screwed. We're really screwed. So I'm not really sure right now where purple is located at. I don't want to battle them. I don't want to engage them. And of course I got killed. And because I got killed, I'm now not sure where I'm going to respawn. And this is why I should have gone with this fast respawn instead. So it looks like purple is trying to push over here. And it looks like blue might try to stop him. So if possible, we're going to try to join on the fun. So problem is, of course, blue can reinforce himself, purple can reinforce himself. So I don't think we can truly achieve like a major victory over here. Especially since purple will keep on pressing onto our position. That was unfortunate. I wasn't paying attention to where the catapult shots were placed at or focused at. And looks like blue is recontesting that point. We might theoretically drive away purple, but that would mean that the blue force now would be the big issue. We don't have enough money to keep on resummoning units, but looks like that one last catapult shot did quite a lot of damage to purple. We're gonna start gathering up some of those bonuses. And I think we just eradicated purple's presence from the map. So we do not have sufficient numbers here. We do not have sufficient gold here. Chances are we are gonna lose this. I need to retreat and try to somehow save myself at the B point where we have those 4 guards there. So this is why it's always important for you to have some sort of plan here. I'm not really sure how this is gonna work out, because it can turn into quite the catastrophe. So trying to station the units over here. Trying to slay the blue units. Looks like they are taking some friendly fire there. Trying to recruit the units as fast as possible. But now, of course, you have that big question. Where blue will go, where blue will push. And it looks like he's going straight for us again. So trying to make some sort of stand here. This is really bad because it's draining our wallet. So each shot should be ensured a headshot. And also, when it comes to your standard customization, make sure to go twice for the effects so that you get the full effect. Never go 1, 1, 1, because then you are also wasting a ton of time and you do not get the proper benefits or boosts from having these signs on your signal. Okay. So we have control over some of the flags. It looks like C is being contested at the beach. So what I'm gonna try to do, because they are over here, they're gonna most likely go here and then back to the B. We're gonna try to steal the E point. And then we are gonna try to return to the B point, because I'm quite sure blue is gonna push for it and try to take it away from us. And since I have 6 guards there, or 6 defenders, it might give us a slight edge, because with the 7 units, which I do currently have with me, we're not going to be able to make that much of a dent alone. And I would rather save up my gold if possible. So we see that they are definitely going for the A point, which means blue is going to go then after the B point. The problem here is purple got eliminated, and purple was the more stationary force, while blue is more chase after you and be annoying, which we might theoretically be able to use against them if we hold our position on some locations such as this. So for example, if I put down the units over here and they don't get completely annihilated by the enemy Pilum, which is bad now that I know that they have access to that tech. But by the time they're able to get in, we're gonna have to reinforce our units. And we're gonna go for that HP boost. Problem is right now, I don't know if they are reloading right at the beach. That's the worst case. That is just the worst case. Limit unit is reached, so we need to go and increase that. We have way too many defenders, and if they keep getting hit like that, that's also going to be extremely bad for us. Also, the enemy is going to gain access to their Pilum soon again, so that's never good. Trying to target those crucial enemies, such as their hero or their signal bearer. But now we are in some sort of a really stupid dead end, where blue is just gonna keep on pressing onward and respawning its unit at the A point. So that was lucky for me. We're gonna try to go and steal A. We really need to somehow make the push for the G, because if I gain control over the catapults, I'm good. I'm good, and I know that the catapults will then turn on blue. And because blue should be moving around constantly and we have no idea where they are going to be at, we should try to utilize that and try to use their aggressiveness against them. But the thing is, right now, I need to get the legionnaires somehow, or amass a large force, which I would be able to make a push for the G point from the F point. So just so you know what I'm talking about, go through E to F to G and somehow gain control, which is harder done than it seems right now. We have 9 defenders up on the walls, and fortunately for us, those 9 defenders might put up a decent fight. So if blue would decide to show up here, it looks like they are on E. So what I'm gonna try to do here, try to make sure that our units are focused in here, because I'm quite sure blue is gonna come from there. And if that is gonna be true, then if they get potentially defeated while we hold our ground, yep, you see, they're coming. Try to go for the defensive position with the shields. Let's press onward. Let's upgrade that health. Let's try to get that capacity up. Let's decimate their forces. And with the small contingent, we're gonna go through E, F, and try to get to G. I'm not really sure, thanks to going against the blue, if they are not gonna have that many guards stationed on the city limits. Purple is really annoying because I think that the game is not balanced properly, as I don't have a proof of this yet. It's just like a feeling in your gut that you see a full force going against you. So like if the unit cap is at 25, but then you still see that the enemy is able to actually go ahead and have even like 8 defenders up on the walls. So it's really annoying in that kind of way. So now that I know that the blue is gonna go after the B point, I'm gonna have to try and contest the F point and see if we can make the push for the city limits. See if we can break through the damn gate. The key here is the timing. You have to make sure that none of the catapults are going to be shooting at you while your units are actually making the cross against the city or going through the what you call it, the bridge. If you do that, you are royally screwed. So right now we know that the enemy is trying to contest the B point where we have those defenders, trying to make sure this exactly does not happen, because it's just really bad. And considering the fact that we do not have those better units, that's gonna soon play a crucial part. Okay, so one thing which I hate, the catapult can actually shoot, especially that one further down, right in front of the gate, and the explosion can carry through the closed gate and kill your units. So because the idiot did not put down any guards, what I'm gonna do here is contest this point. And if we're gonna be able to turn those catapults against blue, we're gonna have good time. But as you can see, the catapult can still shoot over here. So now that I know I have lost the B point, but I have control over this place, a couple of things are gonna start to change. Because the catapults are gonna refocus their attention. And you can know, if you contest this point specifically, where the enemy is, just thanks to the catapults. You know their exact location, and I do not suggest you to go through here, because it's not gonna be good. The bridge is too damn narrow, and the towers provide exceptional protection, and it just makes it almost impossible to try and squeeze through the goddamn bridge. So I'm trying to go for a lovely snapshot here. I don't know if we are gonna have that as a thumbnail. We might not. But anyhow, we know that blue is stationed right across the bridge. And if the catapult does its job, you see that they are taking some serious punishment here. So what we can do here is try to hold our ground, go for testudo, and while they are doing that, the catapult is gonna do the damage for us. So the important thing right now is to try and defend this place, because our gate needs to be fixed. We're gonna just follow through. We have the most important point right now. We control the G point. We cannot afford to lose it. They're trying to contest it, but I don't think they're gonna get in. But I don't want to risk it, because we have like 14 minutes to get the scenario done, and I don't want to repeat the recording again and again and again and again. Trust me, at a certain point it's no longer entertaining. So the gate is closed, the catapults are doing its goddamn job. We don't have enough, but it looks like their push has been stopped. So now the question is, where are they gonna mass their force, and from what point they're gonna try to push again? It looks like they're going after the F point. So we're gonna try to use this opportunity to do some sort of seed a push and see how it goes. Or maybe capture one of these points at a time. I'm not sure how I will do this without actually losing too much to blue and without having the G contested, because the gate, I'm not sure if it was fixed or not. So I cannot lose the catapults. I cannot lose the catapults. So I have sold or killed some of my basic militia, replacing them with the legionnaires. I just hope that the freaking catapult will not shoot right through my forces, which is of course the case. So now we have the C point. They are not spawning FDF point, so I'm assuming it's gonna be the D point. I'm not sure how much they're gonna be trying to contest the point, but with the catapults and the defenders, anything is possible. It looks like they're trying to go for C, but that means the catapults might be able to slow them down, because you never know. It's an open spot. It's really difficult to contest. I'm going to try to get as many legionnaires so that we have at least somewhat of a force. We really need to keep a control over that point. So we're going to go here, and if they're going to go for the G point, the most awesome thing would be trying to cut them off so that they cannot respawn at either one of these places. They still have like a major point advantage, so this is gonna be bad. And I really cannot afford to lose the G, but I also cannot afford for them to keep on respawning at these 3 points and keep making those damn pushes against the city. So it looks like the catapult is able to do quite a lot, but it will depend from my defenders alone. So let's just do this so that they cannot respawn, because the gate is at its limit. We need to really go for this upgrade so that the gates are being fixed. And the remnants of the forces get massacred. And now as they are trying to come over here, the catapults lose their accuracy quite a lot once you gain control, which is kind of a really fun thing. They're able to put in a couple of decent shots, sure. So they're gonna return fire. But because we have the legionnaires, and because I will try to stand aside, I'm really hoping we're gonna achieve a victory and not get my whole freaking force eliminated by my own goddamn catapult. Son of a gun. Yeah, this is the worst thing which can happen. So now we see that they are trying to go over here. They're gonna try to go after the flag, which we need to stop. Please stop shooting at my own freaking units. And I'm gonna do what the NPC tends to do and abuse the respawn at the flag. And we are gonna go for another boost such as this. Right now I don't know if they are spawning at E, B, or A. I don't see them on one of those locations, so of course. And you can see that because they are losing, despite having control over some of these points, they are not able to amass such a force as they would normally be able to do. So I don't know if they are trying to contest D point right now. It's the worst cat and mouse game right now. So let's try to do this, and then we're gonna run back. Looks like they have abandoned that location and they are now trying to go after C. We're gonna use that to go after the B point. They still have the point advantage, so this is really annoying. Looks like they might be able to pull off the C point contest, but we're gonna go after B and A. And hopefully we're gonna be able to pincer them in some weird location. It'd be awesome if we would be able to battle them. Now is the time when I want to keep on battling them. Looks like they're gonna go after the D point. Their force is getting a bit larger. That was a beautiful shot, and now you see why I hate the catapults in this game, probably. Beautiful. Okay, beautiful hit there. Please don't shoot now, because they don't have simply forces here. Now the problem is, I don't know if it's gonna be C or which point they are gonna be spawning in at. Okay, now we know. Let's put some distance between us. This could have been a bit of a better shot, but they have kind of screwed it up. I just hope that the catapults will not hit my own units or I will not hit my own units as I'm showcasing. Okay, so are they going for a B point? Yes, they are going for the B point, so we need to stop them. "28 minutes out of 35. I think I might be able to do this right now in some sort of record time. Really want to compete with the missiles? Okay. And it's amazing that they are able to keep on respawning their signal bearers so freaking fast. So now they have respawned over there. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go after this point. The key is to just leave it white. If he doesn't have the control over it, it's okay. Because now we know he cannot respawn here. He's gonna do something over there where the catapults keep almost hitting him. We're gonna go after C. And because we have the majority control, we're gaining on him with our points. He still has quite the advantage, but you can see the difference in how many points we are getting versus how many he is getting. So I'm gonna spend majority of the gold here on the upgrades. We're gonna not allow him to respawn in this position. I'm just gonna keep a bunch of these places. Okay, so he is really weirdly trying to contest these points. It's really difficult to anticipate what the hell he's gonna do. But if he won't have a flag to respawn at, which is why I'm not trying to contest this, because it takes twice as much time if we just do simply this. He simply cannot respawn, and that's it. Now the question is he going after B or where the hell is he going? If we can slow them down and stop them in a spot, the catapults might get a chance to hit them. And also hit my units, so I need to be careful. And also I need to keep in mind that because I'm not contesting those points, I cannot use them to respawn my units, like he is doing over here. So if he loses this flag, and if we chase after him where we control the B point, he should lose, because he will not have a flag to respawn at. I'm not hiring even more units right now because it's kind of pointless. Yeah, we're gonna try to eliminate these last units. And that's it. That's the victory. Even with the catapult hitting my own units. 4 minutes to go. Interesting I haven't had a victory like this yet, but you can see that there are many variations to it, so it can be done eventually. You'll just have to play around with the game and see what works and what does not work, and try to go for some primary focus on some of these achievements or some of the upgrades with the very limited income which you are generating. So that's it, the Battle of Dyrrachium. We were able to defeat Pompey and the Blue Forces, and we were able to turn those goddamn catapults against the enemy. For more fun Shieldwall content, check out the playlist in the video's description or at the end of the video. And if you want to know what the channel is up to, consider subscribing, as I publish fun content on a weekly basis. I'm gonna wish you a pleasant rest of the day. Hopefully you did like it. If so, big thumbs up, and I will see you in the comments or at the next one. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye for now. Cannot believe finally I recorded this successfully. Goddamn.